Hi, welcome to another Grow Joe. Now, what are you looking at here? Well, these are pink fir apple potatoes. Now, if we can, I want to look at one or two problems that you get with potatoes if you're storing them. You see that? That is where a big slug has taken a bit out of them. Now, when that happens, you'll probably find that wood lice also take a bit out of them. You can actually hollow out the whole potato. So what I'll do is I'll cut that away and leave it to dry or use it quickly. But they're not the worst. The worst is the tiny little keel slugs that make little holes like that. And sometimes you'll even pick a potato up and find them still in there. Now, these sort of things, you really want to cut them out and cook them first and foremost. This lot of taters is going to take an awful lot of time before we work our way through and eat all of these. So, and also they've just been out the ground, so they've got probably 10% more water than they really need in them. It could even be up to 15-20%. They're nice and juicy, very succulent. They won't keep as well. If you put these in a bag, a paper bag, it must be paper, not plastic, they will sweat and go mouldy, and they'll take the rest of them with them. It only takes one to go mouldy before the rest go. So these things need drying out. It's a good dull day to dry them out here, believe it or not. Doesn't matter even if it rains. Oh, there you can see even the slug's still in that one. Really great thing these are. Anyway, so I shall go all the way through these and pick out all the bad ones. Any that show a bit of extra colour, because these are pink fir apples, I'll save my own for planting next year. And often you can't get these virus free anyway. But this is quite a healthy batch. I'm quite happy with this. There's no, there's no blight on them or anything. So the ones I'll keep will be the ones that touch sunlight, so they go really rather green. And it also helps if you pick them off the plants that have the most potatoes in them. That way you're continually selecting a more healthier strain for your garden. So eventually, after a few years, your potatoes will do well no matter what, and you can keep going for many years. These, by the way, I would wash them, break off any of the knobbly stuff, because you'll often find you've got little bits of soil in them and slugs and God knows what else, and then boil them as they are. They're delicious in potato salads and as new potatoes. They're too waxy really to make mash, and I don't think they make any good at chips either. But these are what they call an epicure variety, as opposed to the normal varieties, which everybody knows what they look like. But these are the ones that cost the big money in the fancy shops in London. But this one is pink fir apple. There's many others. You can even get purple potatoes as well. But these are really just for new potatoes, just on the plate on their own. Anyway, I just thought that's the end of the potatoes this year. Most potato plants should be dug up now. Now we've had all this rain, they'll start to get something called potato blight. And if you're really unlucky, it'll affect your tomatoes as well, because it can wipe them down to the ground. And if it gets wet now, then it will spread right the way through. So it's best to get them up, get them dried, and get them in a nice paper bag and store them in the dark. And keep an eye on them, because when you buy potatoes, they're usually stored in a refrigerated warehouse somewhere in the dark. So it's better, really, than any environment that you can provide for them. So, but this will take us, I don't know, till Christmas to finish. Probably a little bit in the new year, and that'll be time to start all over again. Okay, so it's Vince here, today's Grow Joe, signing out. Goodbye.